this is an easy way to show students how to find their prime numbers under 100. A prime number, of course, is a number that has only two factors. And kids have a problem with this, so I've come up with this strategy for them to memorize all of their prime numbers under 100. And so they learn how to do the math. So the first thing is I already have it for them. So we already go ahead. So we have 4, and then we have 4 again, then 2, 2, then 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1. And then we draw a line, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the first thing I tell them is they know that 0 and 1 is neither prime or composite, because 0 has no factors and 1 only has 1. So this is our prime chart. So the first thing I tell them is they have to memorize 6 numbers. First 2 numbers they have to memorize is 2 and 3. And then they make a math fact out of it. 2 plus 3 is 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. And then we add our little zeros, and I tell them why in a little while. These are our single digits. Then the next 4 numbers they have to memorize is 1, 3, 7, 9. And when I first introduce it, I tell the kids, and we repeat it several times, 1, 3, 7, 9, 1, 3, 7, 9, 1, 3, 7, 9. So then we start placing it on our map. So the first one is we just do it, 1, 3, 7, 9. Then the next thing we do is we're going to make an N. We start with a little dot, and we make an N. Why we do this is where our 1 starts, at the dot. So we start right here, and we go 1, 3, 7, 9. What we're doing is we're tracing the N, and the dot is where we start with the 1. Then on the next line, 1, 3, 7, no 9, because there is no 9 on this, but we're still repeating the pattern. 1, 3, 7, 9, 1, 3, 7, 9, 1, 3, 7, no 9 on that row. Then we get to the next set. Again, it's the same pattern as this one up here. We start with a dot, and we make an N. This tells the students where we're going to start with our 1. So we start right there. So we go 1, 3, 7, 9. What we're doing, we're tracing the N. 1, 3, 7, 9. Now tell the kids it's like we're looking down the staircase that's going down. So we start right here at the top and we work straight down. 1, 3, 7. This line stops us. So we go 1, 3, 7, and then we go up 9. Then we say slide to 3, slide to 9. Then we go to the bottom one and we go 1, 3, 7, 9. So the kids have repeated the pattern several times. 1, 3, 7, 9, 1, 3, 7, 9, 1, 3, 7, no 9. 1, 3, 7, 9, 1, 3, 7, 9, slide to 3, slide to 9. 1, 3, 7, 9. Now tell the kids these are the back numbers. So now if we can count to 10, we can get the rest of the numbers. So up here, and this is why we have our zeros, because up here is a single digit. And if we don't put our little zeros, when everybody goes to put their numbers, some people will put it at the top and make a mistake. So we put our zeros. So where we start, we're going to start doing our 10s now. So now we put our front numbers. So here's our 10s. The next row, our 20s. Our next rows, our 30s. Our next rows, our 40s. Next row, our 50s. Our 60s, our 70s, 80s, 90s, and because we went on a little farther, if we go ahead and put our 10s, we actually have all our prime numbers under 109 and under, and then that's the prime chart. And it doesn't take long for the kids to memorize this, but now they have this chart to use that if it's on here, it's a prime, if it's not on here, it's a composite.